Hello and welcome back. So last time we put all this together. Uh, Cut that down. So tree farm, I went ahead and added 3 more bits of dirt. I just noticed it is out of saplings because it keeps throwing them over here for some reason first. There you go. Take that, get it planted. Get back to work. So that goes ahead and farms the wood and everything else needed. Runs across this belt here, gets turned into charcoal, drops down and feeds the Indoflames. Very nifty and useful little setup. And I made myself tools at the end of last episode. And also noticed that I need a few more. So that's not actually full enough. I just used it to fill up my tablet, which is one of the things I need to fix or make. A bow is another thing that I'm wanting to make. And that's just going to require... Whoops. That's for the bow, and then for the sword. And another thing that I'm wanting is I have to carry this in my inventory all the time. It takes up one very important slot. Like all of the slots are important. Can also just make that into a band of mana. It holds the exact same amount, except now I can wear it in my bauble slot as a ring. There's also other rings you can make that I might make at some point in time, but for right now I don't need it. Make myself a bow as well. And let's just go ahead and throw that in a backpack. So I've got those out of the way. The main thing I'm wanting to do today is get things ready for the overall move. I've been farming a bunch of mangrove. I also farmed some crops, including sugarcane. I was going to make bookshelves for an enchanting setup, but I think I actually have a better idea. Which reminds me that, of course, as usual, I forgot some of the things I'm wanting to tinker with up here. To make the pylons, I need 4 pieces of gold, 2 diamonds, and what else? 4 mana steel. And speaking of which, I should actually also make more armor, but I'm not sure I have enough mana for that just yet. So, 2 diamonds, 4 mana steel, and 4 gold. And the diamonds are for mana diamonds. So let's just go ahead and get those 2 made and put it into the backpack for later. If I have enough time after setting up crushing wheels and everything, then we will get the enchanting set up, because I want to enchant all these tools. So there we go, mana pylons thrown in the backpack. Now over here, to run the crafters, is going to be 3 water wheels is what I'm going to use, because I'm going to target... You know what, I could have just done the 2 outer ones, but it is what it is. Put those in here. And I want this to be coming out at 32 RPM. That is the speedometer right now. And it's at 4. So doubling required. Let's put the wand away for the time being. Grab some cogs, cases, and a wrench in case I mess up. Like, here's a mess up. If you start with a small cog, you'll be slowing that down instead. Don't want to slow it down. It's already moving plenty slow enough. And that's going to be 8 RPM. Whoops. This is why I have that in my hotbar. see, that's 16. This should be 32, which is where I want it to be. That is 64. I have overshot. So how about this one? That is 32. Okay. So now I can go ahead and case the rest of these back up. There we go. Looks a little bit better. And let's set down the crafters. Wait, I don't have to ship to do it. I am going to need something to climb on, because right here in the dead center should be a 3x3, and then it comes out on either side by one around it and on the top. Yeah, I thought I'd built enough of those to know how to do it. Cogwheel. Yeah, this side will probably work best overall. And so we'll have it exit over on this side. Haha, I didn't make a chest. Or actually, in this case, a barrel would be better. Which means I need one more set of wood. Just a regular barrel would be fine. That's going to be useful for decorating somewhere. Gonna need 2 verticals and 1 regular. Let's see. Vertical here. Vertical here. That's actually not going to work though, because it needs to be in line here. So that's on more or less the middle, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to need yet another one doing it that way. It's ugly, expensive on gearboxes, but that's fine. It just needs to run this long enough for me to get things built. I do not want visitors. Especially visitors who shoot me. Eek. Alright. I did not get close enough here. They're standing right on top of my body. Let's see. What have I got down here I can use? Whoops. Well, I did make a... that's not actually there. A cutting board so I can make some foodstuffs. So I've got a knife anyway. 3.5 attack damage. I also have plenty of stuff down here to make myself a shield. So let's do that. I can never remember the recipe. Fortunately, I can just search it. That's an Ars Nouveau shield. I'll get there eventually. No, that's nothing useful here. Alright. So I finally made myself a shield. I don't know where these guys went. Just give me my items. Backpack, the goggles. There we go. There they are. Thought I heard somebody down beside me. There. Well, that was awfully nice of them to show up and say hello. Now, back to where I was. Wrench. The barbecue on a stick. That's just onions, tomatoes, and any kind of meat. And I went fishing. Got myself plenty of meat, but let's see here. We need everything going this way. And overall, it doesn't entirely matter where they go as long as they're all going in a direction to meet there. Okay. Now, the crushing wheels. They ate 4 wood and 1 stone. Oh, looky there. I actually have what I need. And it wasn't 4 wood, was it? Yeah, it was 4 wood. How do I get that back out of there? Just right click. Yep. 2, 3, 4. And the rest of this is andesite alloy. And this wheel shouldn't be terribly slow to make. Absolutely not the slowest I've seen. There we go. Crushing wheels. Definitely needed those. Okay. And as usual, I forgot and left this here. That said, I don't think I'm going to need these for anything else over at this base. So I'll leave them sitting there for now, but I can move this power elsewhere. I can use that power to run my crushing wheels. That's 8 times the RPM, however, whereas these are 2 times the RPM. So let me do the math real quick. I have an RPM of 32, and that'll be slow crushing wheels, but it'll be working. So let's see. That's 256. So let's see. I have 3 wheels, which is 1536 divided by 8. What can I run? I can run 128 easy, but that's about the cutoff for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Which is actually just going to be this one last turn. Why are you going up there? Would you prefer if that's not in case yet? There we go. Okay, so that should be 64. And I said it can handle 128, so actually I can go another turn from there. Small cogs, where'd you run off to? There are many problems with having a full inventory. One of which is difficulty finding everything. So there we go, 128. Wait. I did the math for one of them, and it was 192, I think is what it said overall. So I can't actually do it at this speed. So yeah, let's keep it here at 64. That'll allow me to run both of them. So let's go set up just a quick system for this. Doesn't have to be that long. Belts, there. All right. So from the belt, I can do a couple of gearboxes with a shaft in the middle. And as long as this is rotating the correct way, those will, which actually really depends on whichever direction I want to make it move. Crushing wheels are great like that with this particular setup. If the belt is moving this way, they're crushing correctly. If the belt is moving this way, they're crushing correctly because they move with the belt there. So I want a chest there, the chest there. So grab just a couple of boxes real quick. I can change these out later if I need to. Never hurts to have an obscene number of boxes around, especially since they can be used to make drawers. Alright, so that right there will get everything cut down to experience. And I think we can actually do some tricky belt things here. Completely derailed myself, of course, but I was just looking at that and thought about this. I don't even remember what I was saying now. Okay, and I'll say that that is running the perfect direction because it doesn't really matter. I just need to label this as in and that is out. And then I'll need to set up a washer somewhere, which I have my lava set up over here, which I can switch out for a washer. So that's not going to hurt anything. Let's go grab some raw ore to process. Put all this crap away. Oh, right. My drawers over here. I'm going to need voids on them. So let's put that in real fast. I'm going to put it on the sticks first because they're backing up better. So now when the acacia stock limit of 32 stacks is completed, it'll just keep accepting sticks and voiding them for me. Don't need the extra sticks. Okay, I do need to put the knife back where it belongs. There we go. I should have enough room to grab some ore now. And let's go through the iron first. That's the one I'm most interested in, because I'm going to be needing a lot of it to set up things for the next farm over at my Stony Peaks. This is my entrance side. And actually, that's not doing too slow. Of course, it's doing one at a time. If I used brass, I could have it doing 16 or a full stack at a time. So actually, yeah, let's switch that. Because the andesite funnel can take in any amount. Now if I set it to exactly 64, it'll leave 6 in here, so let's just leave that to any, but it'll default to doing 64 at a time. Which will take longer for the crushing wheels to break it down. A little bit of extra time is nothing painful. I'm actually going to need a couple more sets of these, but fortunately, I can hook this back up if I need to. You should be lucky I don't need leather anymore. Just wanted to go tell him that. I'll be grabbing those down in the meantime, but actually I think it looks pretty nice to have those mangroves here in this savanna. I might plant some more around. So it's chewing all this up pretty quickly. Now, if I wash this, I get 1 iron nugget per crushed raw iron, and I get a 75% chance of redstone dust. And that's just what it is for the iron. For gold, it gives me, where is it? Oh, right, I need crushed gold. Washing it gives nether quartz, 50% chance. Copper, I believe, gives clay. Oops. It helps if I click somewhere first. 9 nuggets and a clay ball, 50% chance. So you can get some pretty decent materials setting things up. And I'll likely set this up in a more permanent way using fully automated belts and everything over at the Stony Peaks. So I think this is all the stuff that I needed to do on camera for primary preparations. We'll go grab that in a minute. First, let's get everything that I'm going to need for an enchanting table. Oh, right, I need obsidian for an enchanting table, don't I? And I just used all of my obsidian. Yep, I need 4 of it. So I'll pause up and go get some of that. I do have what I need to make a book. Unfortunately, I don't have to make an entire set of bookshelves. Helps if I make this paper first, then make the book. Alright, so let's grab this stuff real quick, and I'll pause up, go get obsidian and come back. I've still got that lava pool over there. I've got some over there. And that just threw a bunch of stuff down. That's a... I definitely need a belt to do that. Now I could set up a basin underneath the press over here, and that would allow me to just press all of those into ingots. Oh, I completely missed because I'm being silly. Pick that up, put that down, then throw in 63 at a time. If it will even attempt getting in there and being nice. There we go. So yeah, this will take a little bit. So I'll do this also while I'm paused up. I'll bring this right back. Oh, one quick thing. I didn't have a filter in there, so it was just making whatever it could out of it. So I've got 2 iron trapdoors now. Yeah, keep that in mind. Something I forgot to mention about the Mana Steel tools. Though they are overall iron tools, as you can see here, they have a diamond mining level, which is very useful for being able to get obsidian very quickly. So, be right back in a moment. Alright, so that was a quick and easy trip, all things considered. And as far as the iron goes, I got 56 and 2 iron doors. I don't know what I'll use the iron trapdoors for, but I'm positive I will have a use for them at some point. So I know I need a set of armor, which is 21. I also know I need 1 more diamond for the enchanting table. There we go. Enchanting table. And I have the pylons. This is a fantastic thing. These stairs now need to move. Put them here. So this should be level 30 enchants now. I do have a slight issue in the fact that I am actually, having died, lost all of my stuff. But yeah, that goes up to level 30. I lost all of my XP though. But I just set up crushing wheels and ran through all of the iron, raw iron that I had. And that's completed now. Bingo. So that's 10 levels off of just a few of them. Pretty sure, without a doubt, I have enough here. Or at least will very quickly. I just have to process some more of my ore. Oh, just a little bit more. Okay, so let's grab another one of these ores that I have many of. Oh, copper. I got so much copper. I'm going to have to do something with all the crushed iron that's in there because this is going to take up a lot of space. But we'll figure it out when we get there. I don't even need a whole lot of it to go through. If one goes through, I can go and upgrade one of my mana steel tools. Come on, crushing wheels, get it up there. There we go. 52 nuggets of experience off of that. There we go. So let's see. Let's enchant the pickaxe first. Of all of my tools, it's probably the most used and most important. Of course, if I don't like what is there. Unbreaking 3. To be fair, unbreaking isn't important for these weapons. I'll take knockback. Smite 5, that's going to be great against undead, including the wither. And it got unbreaking 3 anyway. I'm not going to complain about that. And now I just need a few more levels. I forgot. There's what it says you need and what you actually need. So my mana steel sword is actually pretty nice now. I'll take it. Give me XP. I keep trying to shift, and that just does one of them. And I'll eat this one after I enchant. Let's see what I can get now. And all the while, of course, that's working on getting me enough mana to be able to get a suit of armor. That's unbreaking 3 again. Which it's going to do on everything, so I guess I'll take it. It is efficiency 4. That's very nice. See, there I go again, hitting the wrong button. Okay. So I do have the 21 iron here. Let's go see if I've got enough mana to get myself a suit of armor, because this is broken. Oh, I don't even have the helmet anymore. That's about as broke as it gets. So this way, if I don't like what I'm getting for tools, I can at least get something. Let's just throw that in there. Get what I can out of that one. And that was the rest of it. Awesome. Okay. Oh, is it not 21? Did I miscount? I did miscount. I need 3 more. Did I have more iron in here? No. Did I have more iron over here? No. I oopsed. It's 24, not 21. Do. In any case, I've got some suits of armor here. That's unbreaking 3. Same for armors. Fire protection. Yeah, let's see what it gives for the axe. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3, fortune 3. What good is fortune on the axe? That is not a thing I commonly think of. In any case, I've got the extra 3 iron now. Let's go and get this helmet ready. There we go. What have you got for me for XP now? Just take these as I run back. So I've got my primary weapon and tools enchanted. Blast protection 4, unbreaking 3. That is not bad. And let's see. Man of Steel helmets is a simple protection 3 helmet. And I don't have enough to get to level 30 again, do I? Nope. I also don't have enough lapis. Now let's see, I do have zinc and gold here. Go ahead and run those through. And I'll put away my other crushed stuff for right now. So that's enchanted, that's enchanted. I just need 2 more pieces of gear. And of course you can try to go through things very carefully, but I don't have a lot of XP right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and take what I get and hope it's decent for the time being. I don't directly need any of these, but I can keep them as a spare. It's not bad to have a set of spares. Just like it's not bad to watch where you're walking and not run into a saw. Okay, this is going to get another of my pieces of gear. And then if I'm lucky, I'll be able to get another with what I have on me. Unbreaking 3. And that's all the pants are. Oh. Close but no cigar. This video has run longer than I wanted it to, but let me finish my pants. Well, I got the pants. Let me finish my boots. And I have enough for the boots now. I'm running out of barbecue. On the brighter side of things, I do have cooked rice and cod rolls. So I do have food. Another just unbreaking 3. I got kind of chipped here. It's fine though. I will survive. Actually, I will survive probably a bit better than I was before. So, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you're wanting to see what else I'm getting up to, there's always that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.